Okay, next, demand for labor. The marginal revenue product of labor curve. Remember, this is MRP. It's the demand curve for labor. The marginal revenue product, that MPL. And if we need to be a demand for labor, we multiply by price. This is a demand for labor. We call MRP. Okay, marginal revenue product. The market demand curve is labor is determined by adding up the quantity demand of labor by each firm at each wage. This is a wage and this is working hour or number of labor. Anyone, you can choose anything, working hour or number of labor. And this is demand for labor, right? This, right, is DL, demand for labor. If the Ceteris Paribus with this have a demand for labor at wage 0 and L 0, other thing being equal is Ceteris Paribus. QL, demand for labor, is a function of wage, and QX and maybe seasonal, environment, ECT. Other thing being equal, that is, if we allow W or wages change, wages increase or decrease, other thing is being equal at the same condition. No change in QX at the period of seasonal at that time, not change season, and environment is fixed. Okay, this is we call Ceteris Paribus. And we have a demand for labor, and in deeply understanding, you can understand by this table. This table show number of worker. Okay, number of worker. Start with 0, 1, 2, okay, and blah blah until 6 people, 6 worker. And this output per week, they produce output per week. This is Q here, Q, L and Q. This is input, this is output. Easy, right? And then the difference in output we call marginal. Difference of output, delta QX by delta L, but delta L equal to 1. Okay, this is number of output change, right? 6 to 0 is 6, and 6 to 11 is 5, right? It's minus, okay, sorry. And 11 to 15 and 4, 15 to 18 is 3, 20, 18 and 20 is 2, and finally is 1. Okay, this is marginal product. Time by price. Price is PX. Okay, this is L, QX. PX is constant, equal to 100. Okay, dollar. Time by price. Okay, multiply. Okay, multiply. Then equal to the revenue. Here, this is we call marginal revenue product of labor. That word is MRP, right? 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. 6 equal to 3 multiplied by 4, right? 3 multiplied by 4 is here. Okay, and we see that this is the perspective of income of entrepreneur, right? It's revenue. Then we call here wage, but we understand by the cost of production. Cost of production, now we hire labor. So the wage rate is per week is 600 per week. Then column 7 is pi, right? pie equal to revenue minus cost or MRP minus wage. So if you are an entrepreneur, you will decide that how many labor costs that you will hire. You will hire labor 1, 2, 3, and 4 until the pie equal to 0. You didn't hire one more labor to 5, 6 because you will lose, right? You will lose. Okay, this is gain. This is equal to 0. The normal profit, right? Normal profit. And then loss. If you try to calculate number, that optimal number of labor, we use this concept. And if you pick up the number of marginal revenue product of labor, where is it? It's column number 5, right? Column number 5 and column number 1, number of L. To draw this graph, show relation between marginal revenue product of labor and quantity of labor. This graph shows the demand for labor. Okay, this is demand for labor. When we consider revenue and cost, this is a revenue, this is a cost. If the revenue greater than cost, the entrepreneur decide to hire more worker. On the other hand, if revenue less than cost, they should hire few worker to increase profit, right? And if they hire one more worker until MRP, revenue equal to cost, they stop, right? Stop hire worker because this is optimal. We call this is an optimal number of worker, optimal number. Okay. So the equation should be presented by the equation number 1. Wage should equal to MR multiplied by MPL. We call MRPL equal to wage, right? And then in the future, this axis we use wage instead. And okay, this is the equation of wage and equation that present demand for labor. With perfect competition assumption in commodity market, perfect competition is MP equal to MR equal to MC. The firm gain only normal profit. So we found that wage is equal to P multiplied by MPL, right? Why? Because at the competitive market, MR equal to MC equal to P. See here. So we plug P instead MR here. We gain equation number 2. Okay, MR is P, right? From this relation. So wage equal to P multiplied by MPL. The new name of relation between price and MPL we call value of marginal product of labor. Okay, VMPL. So at this time we found that W equal to MR multiplied by MPL equal to MRPL equal to P multiplied by MPL equal to VMPL. Later, we consider the change in demand for labor. Okay, the change in the demand for labor, we have 2 characteristics. One is change, second is shift that I said in the class. Remember, if this is QL, it's a function of wage and other. Okay, this affect to change demand, move along the curve A move to B, wages increase or decrease, and other have to affect to demand for labor in terms of the shift. DL prime. Okay, depend on the effect, the negative and positive. Negative DL decrease, positive DL increase. For instance, move. Okay, firstly, move. Other thing being equal, except wage. Wage can change. If wage change from W1 to W0, L1 move to L0. If W0 move to W1, L0 increase to L1. So wage increase, L decrease. Wage decrease, L increase. In terms of entrepreneur, you will imagine if you have a cost that you hire labor very cheap, you will need hire more, right? Okay, on the other hand, if the cost of wage very high, so you said it, oh no, I will never have a demand for labor now because this make my cost increase. Okay, we call this is a move from A to B. All of you can explain. Okay, later on could change. Okay, I will give you equation. QL demand for labor is a function of wage. Okay, other thing being equal. Okay, wage can change, but this equation is wage is constant, right? Because wage is constant now, but other can increase or decrease. Okay, and affect to demand for labor. If we say as the QD is a function of seasonal of raining. The farmer or every farmer need labor to cultivate their rice. Okay, seasonal is in raining. They have effect to have higher of labor or worker. The demand will shift to the right. Okay, shift to the right. Okay, on the other hand, it's shift to the left. Okay, shift to the left. If not in the raining season, in the winter season, no have any rain, so demand for labor is shift to the left.